I think it'll be a good time for me to, at this point, call the meeting to order. And I'm going to do that by saying that this meeting is being conducted in accordance with Sub-House Bill 197 and the guidelines set forth by the Ohio Department of Health. Due to matters surrounding COVID-19, the meeting is being conducted remotely by teleconference and/or video conference. So I have now called it to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And Ms. Stanford, may we have a roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Hairston?
Here.
Mr. Williamson?
Here.
Mr. Corrado?
Present.
Ms. Hurd?
Here.
Mr. Hoagie?
Here.
Ms. Howard?
Present.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Here.
Ms. Matthew Stinson?
Present.
Mr. Weckesser?
Here.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And wonderful. We do have a quorum. In fact, everybody's present. At this point, I will say that, are there any requested changes to the agenda that was presented to you prior to this meeting? Hearing none, the agenda is accepted as presented. We'll now move to the approval of April 7th board meeting minutes. They were presented to you for review prior to today's meeting. Unless there is any board member who wishes to request a reading of the minutes, I will ask if there are any corrections or additions to the minutes as presented. Hearing no request for a reading of the minutes nor any corrections or additions, the minutes stand approved as presented. This takes us to committee report. Lumpkin.
Thank you. The Finance and Personnel and Planning Committees held a teleconference meeting on April 23rd. And as a result, the committee is recommending 5 action items for the board's consideration. All 5 action items are essential to the delivery of transportation services to the public. Action item number 2, recently we have seen an increase in violations regarding Greater Dayton RTA's rules of the road. As a result, we are recommending an update to the document at this time to clearly communicate RTA's expectation. Mr. Donahue provided a detailed explanation at our board meeting and the supporting information in today's board package. Mark is on the call somewhere here and available for any questions the board might have at this time. And hearing none, based upon the recommendation of the committee, I move that the Board of Trustees approve RTA's revised rules of the road.
This is Adrian. I second it.
It's been properly moved and second that action item number 2, revised rules of the road, be accepted. Are there any questions? Hearing none, may I have a roll call for the vote?
Yes, ma'am. Hairston?
Yes.
Williamson?
Yes.
Corrado?
Yes.
Hurd?
Yes.
Hoagie?
Yes.
Howard?
Yes.
Lumpkin?
Yes.
Matthew Stinson?
Yes.
Weckesser?
Yes.
I have 9 yeses.
It has been unanimously approved. Action item number 2, revised rules of the road.
Action item number 3, security camera system. Purpose of this procurement is to contract with a qualified firm to install a complete security camera system for RTA facilities, including the Longworth campus, Right Stop Plaza, all transit centers, and substations. Project is consistent with RTA's core value of safety by continuously improving safety for our customers, employees, and stewardship by properly managing and our resources and maintaining our assets. The successful contractor is responsible for providing, installing all equipment, materials, training software, licenses, and manuals, and as indicated in the contract documents. Mr. Brown provided a detailed explanation at the meeting, and supporting information is included in today's package. Are there any questions from the board at this time? Hearing none, based upon the recommendation of the committee, I move that the board and trustees approve and contract award to Security 101 for security camera system in the amount of $1,580,000, plus a 15% contingency of $237,000 for any unknowns that may arise during this project, and $52,488 for a maintenance contract for firmware and software, for a total award of $1,869,488.
Can I get a second to the motion?
This is Sharon Howard. I second that motion.
Thank you. It has been properly moved and seconded that action item number 2, safety security system safety camera system be approved. May I have a roll call? Are there any questions? May I have a roll call for the vote, please?
Ms. Hairston,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Corrado,
Yes.
Hurd,
Yes.
Hoagie,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Lumpkin,
Yes.
Matthew Stinson,
Yes.
Wekesser.
Yes.
We have 9 yeses.
It's been it has been unanimously approved that action item number 3, security camera system, is approved.
Action item number 4, electric storage batteries. This procurement relates to the electric storage batteries for various RTA vehicles, along with the proper disposal of any waste materials related to their use. This project is consistent with RTA's core value of safety, stewardship, and quality service as we demonstrate our commitment to maintaining and investing in our fleet, ensuring our environmental footprint is minimized, and making our customers a priority. Mr. Brown provided a detailed explanation at our meeting, and the supporting information is included in today's package. Are there any questions from the board at this time? Hearing none, based upon the recommendation of the committee, I move that the board award a contract to D&S Auto Parts for electric storage battery, items number 1 and number 3, for a 2-year contract at an estimated total of $110,760.
This is Vince. I'll second it.
And properly moved and second that action item number 4, the electric storage batteries, be approved. Questions? May I have a roll call for the vote, please?
Yes, Ms. Hairston,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Corrado,
Yes.
Hurd,
Yes.
Hoagie,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Lumpkin,
Yes.
Matthew Stinson,
Yes.
and Wekesser.
Yes.
I have 9 yeses.
Thank you. It has been unanimously approved that action item number 5 has been unanimously approved.
That was action item number
I'm
4.
sorry, that's the reason I was stuttering. It's action item number 4. The electric storage batteries have been approved.
And action item number 5, brake kits, brake drums, brake shoe and lining assemblies, disc brake kits, calipers, and rotors. The purpose of this procurement is to purchase the necessary brake parts required to maintain RTA's fleet. This project is consistent with RTA's core value of safety and stewardship by properly maintaining brake systems and accurately managing our resources. The successful contractors are required to provide the required product and on a needed basis for a base year of 2 and 1 year options. Mr. Brown provided a detailed explanation at our meeting, and the information is in today's package. If anybody has a question, present it now. Hearing none, based upon the recommendations of the committee, I move that the Board of Trustees award contracts to Gillig LLC in the amount of $132,440 for the base year, $142,058 for option year 1, and $149,950 for option year 2, for a total of $424,448 for disc brake kits. ABC Bus Company in the amount of $58,059 for the base year, $59,801 for option year 1, and $61,595 for option year 2, for a total amount of $179,455 for calipers and rotors. The grand total award is $603,903.
This is Belinda, and I second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that action item number 5 be approved. Are there any questions? Hearing none, may I have a roll call for the vote?
Hairston,
Yes.
Williamson,
Yes.
Corrado,
Yes.
Hurd,
Yes.
Hoagie,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Lumpkin,
Yes.
Matthew Stinson,
Yes.
Leckeser.
Yes.
Thank you. I have 9 yeses.
Action item number 5, brake kits, brake drums, brake shoe and lining assemblies, disc brake kits, flippers, and rotors has been approved unanimously.
Action item number 6, Trapeze annual maintenance agreements. Greater Dayton RTA contracts with Trapeze Software Group Incorporated for support of RTA-owned Trapeze software. This demonstrates good stewardship by using our resources wisely, and at this time, RTA desires to renew maintenance agreements for the software products for a 5-year period. Mr. Harrington provided an explanation at our meeting. Supporting information is in the board packet today. If there are any questions, present them at this time. Hearing none, based upon the recommendations of the committee, I move the Board of Trustees approve a contract with Trapeze Software Group Incorporated for the maintenance of the various Trapeze products for a 5-year period in the total amount of $1,700,454. Software maintenance is included in RTA's operating budget.
This is Tom. I'll second that.
Been properly moved and seconded that action item number 6, Trapeze annual maintenance agreement be approved. Questions? May I have a roll call for the vote, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Hairston,
Yes.
Mr. Williamson,
Yes.
Mr. Corrado,
Yes.
Ms. Hurd,
Yes.
Mr. Hoagie,
Yes.
Ms. Howard,
Yes.
Mr. Lumpkin?
Yes.
Ms. Matthews Stinson?
Yes.
And Mr. Weckesser?
Yes.
Thank you. I have 9 yeses.
Action item number 6, trapeze annual maintenance agreement is unanimously approved.
Last thing I have is a financial update at the meeting. Ms. Danforth provided the following financial highlights. Sales tax receipts for the month of January are up $253,000 or 9% as compared to last year. RTA expects very large decline starting with March 2020 receipts due to COVID-19. March results include a $2.1 million state to federal assistance reclassification. State assistance was subsequently accrued as an income for 2019 year in statements. The overall impact is a $2.1 million of additional revenue funding for 2019. Year-to-date, pre-local capital loss of $114,000 after local capital loss of $834,000. Operating revenues overall less than expected and budgeted. However, expense trending downward as well. Positive result when compared to budgeted loss. RTA is currently paying around 80 cents on the gallon for diesel and unleaded fuel. And the complete March 2020 financial report was included in today's package for all who would like to review. And that concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Lumpkin. We'll now move to the Planning Committee. Ms. Howard.
Yes, good afternoon. The Finance, Personnel, and Planning Committees met for a jointly held meeting on April 23rd. And while we do not have any action items to bring before you, we do have important updates to provide. At the committee meeting, Mr. Brandon Polachicchio provided a summary document of recent activities in the Customer and Business Development Department. Mr. Polachicchio stated that the RTA continues to focus all marketing and communications during this COVID national crisis on keeping RTA employees, customers, and others updated with needed information. As a public service organization, RTA continues to focus all efforts serving the public and keeping them informed. This concludes my report, Madam President, and I would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Howard. Next item on the agenda is the Chief Executive Officer's report. Mr. Donahue.
Thank you, Madam President. Since we've been doing these regular updates for employees, I think the board is pretty well caught up on where we're at. I would just take this opportunity to once again thank every single solitary RTA employee that continue to come to work in record numbers and get the job done here, and especially going above and beyond with our cleaning and disinfecting efforts, and our operators out there pacing folks every day. I can't say enough, but it's from the bottom up, it's been great to watch people react in this time of need. And I think so far the decisions we've made have been serving the community well. And I know you as a board share our appreciation for everything the employees have done. That's all I have to report unless there are questions.
Are there any questions of Mr. Donahue, board member? Thank you, Mr. Donahue, for the report. Under old business, I have one follow-up item on a customer complaint. Mr. Donahue, can you address that, please?
Thank you, Madam President. As you folks are aware from a prior meeting, Ms. Sonia Johnson, who I believe is present here today at the meeting, explained to the board that no follow-up had been made on her complaint regarding her issues that had occurred on Connect service. The report that I'm going to give is relatively simple. I just want to correct the statement that no follow-up was made. Follow-up was made with Ms. Johnson on January the 29th, March the 3rd, March the 4th, April the 8th. And then I don't know the last date, but I believe last week, Mr. Cole also met. So to that degree, we believe we have addressed the complaint to the extent that we can. And the matter, as far as I'm concerned, is closed.
Okay, did you say that she is present today?
I believe she is.
Okay, okay. So then I will move on from there. Under old business, under new business. Is there any new business?
You have to say something what you just said.
Did you sign up for public comment?
No, I didn't, because I wasn't gonna say nothing about this. But I didn't know nothing about this paper this man just talked about. And that ain't
Okay,
true.
well, at this point, excuse me, but at this point, we are not to public comment. And you should have signed up to make a public comment, which you will have an opportunity, or should have had done before we got to this point. Anything that comes before the board that requires follow-up, I put it on the agenda as follow-up. If you wanted to make another comment, you should have signed up for comment. Mr.
Sharon,
Dr. Yes.
May I just add that the document I'm reading from is a letter addressed to Ms. Johnson on April 21st of 2020 by Roland Caldwell. So by now, hopefully you've received this.
But it ain't true.
Okay, at this point, we are going to move on with the agenda.
Go ahead.
And under new business, is there any new business to bring up?
No, ma'am.
And now we're at public comment. It's my understanding that we have a person that did sign up for public comment. And I will say that anyone wishing to address the board must speak on their own behalf. After being recognized to speak, you must come to the podium, or if physically unable to a handheld microphone will be brought to you. You'll state your name and address, and after doing so, you will have 3 minutes to make comments. You will be notified when 30 seconds remain, and when your 3 minutes are up, you must cease speaking and leave the podium or surrender the microphone. And I think the first person that I was told, or the one person I was told we had, is Ms. Ashton.
It's better.
I'm sorry.
Your call.
The
I'm sorry,
person-
Sharon. The speaker stood up. I let her know that she could sit if she wishes.
Okay. So Ms. Absadullah is who I have to speak at this point.
Start now.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Customer service is still not saying 10 minutes before, 20 minutes after in their script. Straight time is still saying.
Excuse me. Excuse me. The mic, she's not coming clearly for me, at least. I don't know if it is for the other board members. But it wasn't clear for me. And you should start by stating your name, your address, and then you'll have 3 minutes to speak.
RTA Board 3117 Haver Avenue. Customer service is still not saying 10 minutes before, 20 minutes after in the protocol. Estimated time is still being used, which is causing confusion because you're thinking that it's going to be arrived at that estimated time, even though it says it's subject to change. You're dealing with people with mental issues and mental illness, and we already have a disability. This is a bus thing that you give the bus drivers, if you're riding regular bus, to tell them where you get off at. Some bus service doesn't even recognize it or understand it or will accept it to have me drop off. Now that you have the 6 feet rule, I'm not allowed to sit in the seats if they're not up, down. They put me back behind those seats. I've had conflicting interests with bus drivers. I have conflicting interests with them showing my pass. I have conflicting interests of having them sit me behind the seat. I do not have to be a tattletale. I'm a grown woman and there are grown individuals. I'm not going to argue with these people about having me to sit. I cannot see to sit. So I don't understand what a blind person is supposed to look like. I can't describe that for anybody. But if I ask for help, I should not have to recognize what my disability is. I can either ride the Project Mobility bus if I choose to, or if I choose not to. You cannot tell me what to do because I have freedom of rights. I also have incidents starting from December the 17th, the 18th, and 22nd that I have not been addressed. And I have talked to Paul. Paul got sick. It moved to Tammy. Tammy twice. Moved to Sally. Sally emailed somebody, and then it got dropped. And this is May, and they still have not been addressed. I am not talking about the specific one that got taken on December the 16th. I had various issues that happened in November that caused me to have anxiety issues and trust with RTA. So, abandonment issues, stress issues. Do I care now? Yeah, I have to make a decision daily on whether I want to ride big bus or the regular bus. But that's my choice, depending on how I feel, and it should not cause you or anybody else to decide when I want to ride or how I want to ride. That's my choice. Thank you.
Okay. Just a couple comments, if I could, Sharon.
Yes.
We're happy to talk to you after this meeting about if you can tell us specific times of drivers you were refused access to the preferential seating, because they are required to put those seats down if you request to sit in the front of the bus. In regard to your prior complaints, we'll ask that Brandon look into Sally's response on those and review those. We do give an estimated time. The window is the window. It's just how we operate, and it is fully compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act, but we still give people an estimated time as a courtesy when we do schedule. But we will do that, and if we have specific complaints about a specific bus or time, we have close to 400 bus drivers, so our preference is to find the offending driver when there is someone who's not complying with our rules, so we can discipline them appropriately. But you do have access, any customer has access to those preferential seats upon request.
Thank you. So someone will get with her after the meeting.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That was the only person I had signed up for public comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any board member comments? Let me go down the list. Franz, do you have any comments?
I do not.
Vince?
No, I do not.
John? John?
I do not. Sorry, my mute button was stuck.
Okay, Tom?
No, I do not either.
Dave?
No, I do not.
Adrian?
No comments.
Sharon Howard?
No comment.
Belinda?
No comments, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We're now to adjournment. Can I get a meeting for, can I get a move?
This is Adrian. I move that we adjourn.
Thank you, Adrian. And
Second that.
it's been properly moved in second. I'm not going for a roll call on this one. All in favor, say aye.
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 Meeting's adjourned. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.